How's it going, everyone? Well, we were all expecting it. At least I think most of us were expecting it. Look, I know people wanted Grand Theft Auto 6 in 2025. I know people wanted it in May of next year. However, the release date has once again been pushed back, and now it is scheduled to launch in November of 2026. Let's see if they actually hit this date. I actually do think they are going to hit this date. I think the game will ultimately come out in 2026. But, you know, there's already a lot of talk on people speculating that the game is going to come out in 2027. It's going to be delayed. I would argue against that, but who knows? I think the best route to go is it comes out in 2026, and then in 2027, you've got next-gen consoles coming out. Let that settle in. You can upgrade the game, and then you can sell this game 8 billion times. You all know how this is gonna go. But GTA 6 is now set to launch November 19, 2026. The official post notes, "Hi everyone, Grand Theft Auto 6 will now release on Thursday, November 19, 2026. We are sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. We want to thank you again for your patience and support. While the wait is a little longer, we are incredibly excited and a return to modern day Vice City. Sincerely, Rockstar Games." So, the game is delayed. If it hits holiday of 2026, the PlayStation 5 is looking to have an absolutely insane final quarter of 2026 if it comes out by the end of 2026, because Wolverine is also going to come out at the end of 2026. You have a 1-2 punch of GTA 6 and Marvel's Wolverine. Oh my goodness, those are two games that I would say those two both dropping are big enough, and I think the value of exclusives, so to speak, are a little bit less so. But in terms of PC gamers wanting to pick up a console for two games, I think Wolverine and GTA 6 would actually make them be like, I kind of want to get a PlayStation 5 to play both of those. Now, both of those games will ultimately be on PC, but GTA 6, it'll probably be 16, 18 months later. Same thing with Wolverine, and those games are games that I think people are, you know, at least there will be some people that would want to play the game right out the gate. And I know I'm promoting GTA 6 as, oh, it's this exclusive. Well, yes, it'll be on PlayStation 5's direct competitor's platform, but let's be honest, how many people are buying an Xbox at this point? Maybe some people will buy an Xbox Series S, but an Xbox Series S is literally around the same price as the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition console. I think more likely than not, Wolverine and GTA 6 coming out, if they are both going to be PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced, man, a lot of people are going to be eyeing up that PS5 Pro at $750. I could easily see that, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll get a little bit cheaper by the time holiday 2026 rolls around. But I think with this current environment of Xbox being like a non-factor, when Sony can luck into a Grand Theft Auto 6 just existing, it's not going to be on Nintendo platforms, it's not going to be on PC day one, man, that suddenly makes the PlayStation 5 a very, very hot item. Wolverine helps, like Wolverine certainly will help, and the fact that you're gonna have those two games probably coming out within 2 months from one another, if that November 19th date sticks, because for the holiday PlayStation game, it's always around September, October, November. I mean, that goes without saying. September, oftentimes. Spider-Man 1 came out in September. Spider-Man 2 was October. Ghost of Yotei was October. I could see Wolverine be like an end of October kind of game, and then you're talking a couple weeks after that, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to drop. You know, late into the generation, don't get me wrong, but 2026 could be an absolute banner year for the PlayStation 5. When you look at those two games on top of that, and I get it, GTA 6 is multi-plat, but in terms of driving PlayStation 5 sales, GTA 6 will drive PlayStation 5 sales. On top of that, you're talking about getting Soros next year, Marvel Tokon Fight. Like, I really feel like PlayStation 5 is gearing up, and maybe my standards are in the toilet after so many lackluster years for the PlayStation 5, but 2026 could end up being a banner year for the console in terms of selling a lot of consoles if GTA 6 comes out in the holidays, and really dropping GTA 6, they could drop it whenever and it would be huge, but I think there's more mileage in dropping the game in the holidays and, you know, using that holiday push, and people are going to be incredibly excited about that. This does bring up the question, Red Dead Redemption 2's upgrade. You got a little bit more time now to drop that. I would think you want to drop that before GTA 6. I just think when GTA 6 comes out, that's going to take up a lot of attention, and for quite a while, GTA 6 Online is going to come out, so on and so forth. That Red Dead 2 upgrade, I really feel like we got to get this thing out January, February, before the end of the fiscal year maybe. Give it, you know, that early portion of 2026 if you're not going to drop it this year, which, bear in mind, Red Dead 2's upgrade, it's not going to be an announcement and it's going to be 6 months for it to get released. No, it'll probably be an announcement and within 6 to 8 weeks, it'll be out. Look at how they handled Red Dead Redemption 1 and that game getting ported to PS4 and Nintendo Switch. I very much feel like that upgrade is going to follow the same method of release, where it's not going to be this big build-up. They're just going to drop it. But this year would be, if we don't get the Red Dead 2 upgrade, the first fiscal year in a long time where Rockstar hasn't dropped anything. Remember, last year, we got Red Dead Redemption on PC. The year before that, you had Red Dead Redemption on PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. The year before that, I believe it was the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Collection. They always have something. Yes, it's a re-release, but they have something coming out every year where they're not making new games to drop every year. Gone are the days of 2010, 2011, and 2012 where you had Red Dead into LA Noire, into Max Payne 3. Those days are dead, gone, and buried, but they re-release the same games over and over again, and that's the idea with Rockstar. That's the methodology, and they can monetize GTA Online until they're in the grave, so that's what they're gonna do. Again, I think everybody is gonna look at yet another delay. The actual faith of this game dropping is going to lessen after a certain point, but by the time we get to it, of the dates there, we get more trailers, the pre-orders are open, the hype is gonna go right back up, and the hype is always gonna be there, even if they delay it to 2027, if they delay it to 2028, if they delay it to 2029, it's not gonna be that crazy, but they can continue delaying it and delaying it. Once we get to the week of and the month of release, it's just gonna build and build, and it's gonna be a megaton of a release, but we can't delay it another year and have it be the PlayStation 6 is out and it's a PlayStation 5 game. I get that GTA 5 dropped 2 months prior to the PS4's release, but still, it was 2 months before. The latest this game can drop is like September of 2027, so that is the absolute latest, and I don't think that's gonna be the case. I think, you know, they want to polish the game, they want to get it perfect, they've left you waiting so long, what's another 6 months gonna do? And there were so many rumors and reports of the game getting delayed anyway. I'm not too surprised by it, but it is what it is. I know people are gonna be disappointed by it, but 2026, that latter portion of 26 could be absolutely colossal. In the early portion of the year, you got Soros, you got Crimson Desert, you got these other big games coming out. That latter portion of the year, it'll be interesting on whether or not it'll be batten down the hatches. But remember, November historically in recent years has been a pretty dead month for big game releases. Look at this month, not a ton of big stuff. Look at last year, not a ton of big stuff. Yes, Call of Duty comes out, and that'll be interesting where Call of Duty decides to release, but September and October, the last few holiday seasons and the fall seasons, that's where a lot of the big games come out. That was certainly the case this year. That was certainly the case last year. I could see that being the case in 2026 as well. You know, give GTA 6 a couple weeks to build up and then drop it, and then, you know, for December, they usually don't drop a ton of stuff anyway. I get that this year we got Metroid and whatnot, but that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. What you guys think. Do you actually think the game will be out next year? Sound off down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.